Trying to start an online business on your own is a frustrating and daunting task. It's confusing because there are a lot of options. Shopify, WordPress, WooCommerce, BigCommerce, Wix. Where do you even start? The more you research, the more confusing it becomes. But what if an expert who has tried and tasted all this appears right before you like magic and he guides you through everything, every single step? That will be a dream come true, right? Well, that dream is about to become a reality with this class. Hi, my name is Rainson. I'm an entrepreneur in the e-commerce space and I have been in e-commerce for over 4 years. Not to mention, it's e-commerce which helped me drop out of college and build a full-time income online. And who knows, you may be the next. In this course, I will teach you how to create a professional grade online store using Shopify. I will walk you through everything you need to know and explain to you everything why we are doing this, why we are doing that, and all this we will do it with the least possible money but by squeezing the best possible value out of it. I will share with you my own tips and tricks which I have learned over the years which will help you stand out of the competition. Excited? Join my class. Hello my friends, before I begin teaching, I want to make sure you understand why we will be using Shopify to create the online store. If you don't know, Shopify is the platform we will be creating our online store. And there are a lot of other platforms like WordPress, WooCommerce, Wix, BigCommerce, and a lot more. Alright, so why will we be using Shopify instead of using this other platform? That is what I'm going to tell you in this video. First of all, Shopify is like the Android and iOS of e-commerce. If you know, most of the big brands like Gymshark of UK, which is a $1 billion company, Kylie Cosmetics and merchandise shop of Logan Paul, Mr. Beast, and Audi, which is the fastest growing company in Australia, they all use Shopify. Alright, and there is a reason. Shopify is like the all-in-one platform. With the basic Shopify plan, which comes at $29 a month, which you can make back with just 2 sales, you get everything. You can add any number of products, you can have any number of customers, and it has everything you need to run your online business. But with other platforms, this can be tricky. You may need to have some plugins or add-ons to have this number of customers to add products and stuff. While in Shopify, you just have the Shopify basic plan and everything is right in front of you. You don't need to go do some plugins, add-ons and stuff. Shopify simplifies a lot of things in e-commerce. And also, because of its popularity, a lot of app developers create dedicated apps for Shopify which are not available on other platforms. By app, I don't mean those apps in the App Store or Play Store. These are apps dedicated for Shopify which you can use to add some additional feature or functionality in your online store, which we will talk later in the video. There are really cool and amazing apps which you can use for Shopify but which is not available for any other platform. And let's say you want an app for your online business. If you use Shopify, you can do that with the snap of a button. You can create a professional grade app just with the click of few buttons. If you were not using Shopify, you have to hire a developer and it will cost you like $5,000 at least to create a professional app, right? But with Shopify, you can do it with a less amount of money and you can do it without hiring anyone. I will show you how you can create an app, although this is not an app creating course. With Shopify, it's so simple. I will explain it in just one video lesson in this course. The founder of Gymshark, which is a $1 billion company, says that once they moved from Shopify to another platform, but then they came back to Shopify, and he said that there is no other platform that competes with Shopify because of how powerful the Shopify server is. Alright, so even if you plan to run a $1 billion business, Shopify is all you need. So why do you need to go to some other platforms and do some learning and at the end you feel like it's not enough, that you need to learn Shopify? You shouldn't do that. You can simply start with Shopify. It's affordable, really affordable, and it's all you need. Even if you run a $1 billion business, Shopify is everything you will need. That is why we will use Shopify. Hope you understand. Now let's begin the lesson. Alright my friends, now let's begin our first lesson, that is to get a Shopify store. So what most people will tell you is to go to shopify.com or shopify.in or shopify.es depending on the country you live, and they will ask you to sign up to get a 14-day free trial. But we're gonna do it a different way. Instead of signing up at shopify.com, we're going to be going to developer.shopify.com, which you can see right here. Alright, so once you go there, you will see something like this. You just can cross that out. This is what it looks like. So you must be wondering, what is the advantage of signing up as a developer to Shopify instead of just going to shopify.com. The advantage or the benefit you get is that when you create a Shopify store as a developer, you can keep the store as long as you want. There is no limit of 14 days or 1 month. You can keep the store as long as you want, which means it's like an unlimited trial. And you only have to pay when you plan to launch your store to the public and when you plan to start marketing your store and start making orders, right? Until then, you don't need to pay anything. You just can keep your store as long as you want. If you sign up the normal way, that is by going to shopify.com, then you will have to obviously pay the Shopify plan right after 14 days. Otherwise, your store will be closed down. So this is the right way to start your Shopify business, because as you are just starting out, it will take you some time to, create the store, add the products. So with this one, you can keep your store as long as you want without paying anything. And the only time you have to pay is when you plan to start selling. Until then, you don't have to pay a single penny. Alright, so after you go here, what you have to do is you just have to sign up. Alright, here you can see they are asking business name. You can just type in anything. This is not the name that will show up in your stores. So whatever they are asking here, just select it. Nothing here is important. It's just for the sake of creating the account. None of this matters. Alright. So after you do that, you just have to click on view your dashboard right here at the bottom. I will show you what it looks like after you sign up. So this is what it's going to look like after you sign up. As you can see, we have all the menu right here and we have the store right here on top. And this is where you can see the stores. I have a lot of stores working on for myself and for the people I partner with. So I have a bunch of stores right here. But as your account is completely new for you, there will be no stores right here. You just have to do add store and start a new store. Alright, we just have to create a store from this developer account. Alright, and these are the developer tools which you don't need to know. Alright, so let's just start a store. Let's say add store. So after you click on that, they ask if you want a development store or you want to manage a store. So this is for existing Shopify store, so make sure you select the development store. So after you select the development store, the first thing they will ask is the store name. This is not important because you can change it later, and also you will have to link a domain later, so this is not important. You can always change it, but for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just gonna type in Rainson course. Alright, so it will automatically create a .myshopify.com domain, which you can see right here, ransoncourse.myshopify.com. Next, you have to type in your email, the password, and then make sure you don't check this, make sure it is transferable, and then you just have to type in your address, and this is the store address. So wherever you are based in, make sure you type it down right here, the country, the state, make sure it is accurate, and lastly, you have to select this one, build a new store for a client. Alright, so let me just fill in the password for now. Alright, so after I fill all the information, I just click on save, and this will take you to the store. And the thing is that right after this, everything is gonna be the same as signing up from shopify.com. Alright, so this is what you see after you create your store, and this is exactly what you will see if you sign up from shopify.com. You don't have to create it the way the developer create the store, but right after you create it, it's the same process. That is it, my friends. That is how you get unlimited free trial for Shopify, and this is what makes this course different from all the other courses. Because like I said, I will show you all the tips and tricks, the hacks which you can use to save as much money as you can, at the same time squeeze the best possible value. That's the first lesson. Now let's move on to our second lesson. Welcome back, my friends. Right now we are in the dashboard of Shopify developers. We already signed up and created an account, so right now we will be logging inside. Alright, so I will just click on login. Alright, so after logging in, I'm here in the store section, and from here I just need to click on the store I want to log in. Alright, here is the store we created, Rainson course. So here I'm just going to click on login. And this takes us to the dashboard of the Shopify store. On the left side, we have a bunch of tabs, and I'm going to explain to you in a moment. Alright, the first thing which you should understand is that not just in Shopify, in any place you don't need to understand everything. You just need to understand the things which you will be using. For example, if you go to your television or your smartphone settings, you can see a bunch of settings which you don't even use. Alright, in the same way, in Shopify there will be a lot of things which you don't even need to use. And as we go along the video lessons, you will understand the things which you need to know. But for this video, I will just give you a brief explanation of what is available in the Shopify dashboard. First, we have the home, and this home basically is home, and it will give you some tips like what you can see right here. And when your store is up and running, it will show you how many people visited your store today and some of that basic data. Alright, after that we have orders, and orders basically means orders. So when people place orders, it will show up right here. After that we have products, and this is where you add products and edit products and all those stuff. After that we have customers, and these customers are people who sign up for your newsletter or people who ordered from your website. So Shopify will collect the customer data and they will show it right in this step. Alright, after that we have analytics, and analytics basically is analytics. It will show you how many people visit your website, your order value, conversion rate, and all those stuff. After that we have marketing, and this is something which I never use because this is something provided by Shopify, but I like to do it manually through Facebook ads, Google ads, and for that you don't need this one. Alright, and lastly we have discounts, and this discounts is basically you creating discount codes and stuff which you can provide to your customer. Alright, right under discounts you can see something called sales channel, and this sales channel basically means the channel through which you will be selling your product. The first sales channel we have right here is online store. So this is a channel people go to your online store and buy your product. There are other sales channels like Google and Facebook page, which we will talk later in the video lessons. Alright, so now let's click on the online store, which is a sales channel. And you can see right here it is showing a bunch of things which I will explain to you right now. So themes, what does it mean? Themes is basically where you design your online store. That's it. Themes is the design of your online store, nothing else. Right after themes we have blog posts, and blog posts is where you can write blogs. So not just selling products in Shopify, you can also write blogs. And after that we have pages, and pages are the pages in your website. So this can be FAQ page, about us page, or any page which you want to create showing some information about your store or business. After pages we have navigation, and navigation is basically menu. So in a website we have the header menu and the footer menu. So header menu is the menu which appears at the top of the website. Footer menu is the menu that appears at the bottom of the website. To create the menu and to modify it, you do it here in navigation. After navigation we have preferences, and preferences is a quick setting for your online store, nothing fancy here. Alright, so after online store we have right here apps, and these apps are basically apps built for Shopify. It's not the one you find in App Store or Play Store. These apps are apps dedicated for Shopify which you can use to add some particular feature or some particular function in your online store. We will cover more about that later in the video. After apps we have settings, and you already know what it means. If I click on this, it shows up a bunch of things. Alright, so we will talk more about this later in the video lessons, and like I said, most of this stuff you will never even use, but some of this stuff we will use and we will talk about that. Alright, so that's it for this video. It's really simple to understand the Shopify dashboard. There is nothing fancy or complicated here. Everything is self-explanatory, and that's it for this video lesson. See you in the next video lesson. Welcome back, and in this video lesson I will show you how you can get the best theme for Shopify which we will use to design the online store. So the theme which we will use to design the online store is Debutify. I have tried and tested many themes, and by far Debutify is the best theme. If you go to Shopify, Shopify does offer you some free themes, but the free themes provided by Shopify is not good enough. As you can see right here, the current theme we have is Dawn, and this Dawn, although it is good, it is not good enough. And you can always browse free themes in Shopify, but all the free themes provided by Shopify is not good enough. So the theme which we will be using is called Debutify. Debutify is also a free theme. It has many features, and it also has a paid plan which comes with more feature. But the free version of Debutify is more than good enough to run your online store, and the free version of Debutify is better than any free theme provided by Shopify or any free theme available elsewhere. That is why we will be using Debutify. So to get Debutify, go to debutify.com. This will take us to the Debutify website. So once you are in the Debutify website, all you have to do is scroll down and click on Try Debutify Free. After that, it will take you to a page that looks something like this. Here you need to type in your full name, your email, your password, and the Shopify Store domain, which I'm gonna do right now. If you don't know what the Shopify Store domain is, it is the one which you can find in your Shopify Store. So if I go here at the very top in the address bar, you can see it says rainsoncourse.myshopify.com. This is my Shopify domain. For you it will be different, so make sure you copy the right one, and then you can paste it right here and then click on create my account. After this you will see something like this. Then you have to go to your email and find an email from Debutify. Alright, so right now I'm here in my Gmail, which is the one which I use. So here is the Debutify email. I'm gonna click on this, and then I'm gonna click on verify email address. That is it. That's how we get Debutify. And once we are here in the Debutify dashboard, all we have to do is click on this download theme. So I'm gonna click on download theme, and then I'm gonna come down here, click on download. As you can see, the theme Debutify is downloaded right here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to our Shopify store to install the theme. So I'm back in our Shopify store, and the first thing which we need to do is to go to online store right here, and then themes. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna scroll down, and then here you have to click on add theme, and then click on upload zip file. Here you need to upload the zip file you just downloaded. So I select the file which I just downloaded, click on open. And as you can see right here, it says Debutify theme. Click on upload file. And boom, as you can see right here, we see Debutify theme, and it is installing the theme right now. You have to wait a while. So after about a minute, the installation is complete. Now what you should do is click on actions and then click on publish. Publish, and Debutify will be the main theme of our online store. As you can see, Debutify is right here. The theme Dawn is moved down right here. That is it, my friends, for this video lesson. See you in the next video lesson. Welcome back. In this video lesson, we will talk about domain and how you can get the best domain for your online store. So first of all, what is domain? The simplest definition is the main link of your online store is the domain. Example, Amazon.com, Facebook.com, AliExpress.com, etc. The main link which people use to visit your online store is the domain. So how to actually come up with a good domain? The generic format of a domain is businessname.com. For example, if your name is Zone and you run a furniture business, then your domain will be zonefurniture.com as an example. There are many different types of domains like .org, .shop, .in, .uk. If your business is an organization, then you can use the .org, which is what Wikipedia uses, but this is for your online store, so obviously it's not gonna be .org. You can try the .shop, or if your business is based in a particular country like India, it can be .in or if it is based in United Kingdom, it can be .uk. Alright, so even if you think you have a really good domain, it may not be available, and these are the other alternatives. So to actually have a really good domain, you have to consider these three things. Your domain should be easy to remember, it should be easy to pronounce, and lastly, it should be short. If it is really difficult to remember your domain, nobody will be visiting your online store. Next, it should be easy to pronounce so that people can say it and they can tell their friends and stuff. Then you will get more popular. And lastly, it should be short. If it is super long, people will get bored to even type it, so you should make sure your domain is not too long. So when you are thinking of buying a domain, make sure you consider these three things. And if you haven't think of a name of your business or your online store, keep in mind these three things. It applies both with your business name and also with your domain. So lastly, how do you get the domain? You get the domain from a domain provider. So a domain provider is a seller like Amazon, AliExpress, and you buy the domain from them. Some examples of domain provider are Shopify. So within Shopify, you can buy domain itself, which I do not recommend because it is not flexible and doesn't have many customization. Next, we have the popular GoDaddy, Namecheap, Hostlinger, and there are a lot more domain provider. Alright, so my recommendation is to do a Google search and find the best for your country. What does it mean? Some of these domain provider will not charge you in your native currency, so when you buy domain from them, you have to pay the currency conversion fee and the transaction fee, which accounts to around 3% to up to 5%. So if you don't want that, you may want to find a provider which charges in your native currency. But if you are looking for a recommendation from me, I will highly recommend checking out Namecheap because it is what I use and it has a lot of customization features. That is it, my friends. Now let's go into Namecheap and let's try to find a domain so that you understand the process of how this works. Alright, so I'm here in Namecheap, and what you're gonna do here is you're just gonna type in the domain you want. For example, for this course, let's just say Rainson course, which is what we have been going after, rainsoncourse.com. I'm just gonna click on that. Alright, rainsoncourse.com is available, which you can see right here, and it costs only 712 in my currency, which is really low. But as you can see the price right here below, this is the renewal fee, and this is the fee for the first year. Alright, so when you renew it in the second year, they will charge you this one right here, so make sure you keep that in mind. You can browse and find the best one which you think is suitable for your business. Some domains are considered premium domains and it will be really expensive. If that's the case, don't buy it, just look for a different domain. Alright, so make sure your domain represent your business, by the way. That is it, my friends. Now you know how you can find the domain. It is the same process. You just search for the available domain, whether you are buying it in Namecheap, GoDaddy, Hostlinger, or whatever you want. So after you bought the domain, you have to come back to your Shopify to link it to your Shopify store. That way people can visit your online store through the domain. So to add the domain, you have to go down here in settings right here, click on settings, scroll down, find domains right here. As you can see, click on it. So as you already bought your domain, you have to click on connect existing domain right here. And after that, you have to type in your domain name and click on next. Shopify will then detect the domain and give you few steps to do in order to link the domain. For example, in our course, let's just say rainsoncourse.com. Shopify will detect this domain. Click on next. As you can see, Shopify detects this domain is available for purchase, but if your domain is already purchased through a domain provider, Shopify will detect it whether you bought it from Namecheap, GoDaddy, Hostlinger, wherever you bought it, and then Shopify will give you some few steps which you need to do, and then after that your domain will be connected. I cannot guide you here because the steps which they give you will be different for each domain provider. What I can tell you is that it is a really simple step which take 1 or 2 minutes to set up, and that's it. You don't need to do it again. Once you link the domain, it is forever. So that's it, my friends. It's really simple. You bought the domain from a domain provider, you come to Shopify, connect it, and that's it. That's how you can have your domain linked to your Shopify store. That's it for this video lesson. See you in the next video lesson. Alright, so I'm here in Namecheap. If you haven't created a Namecheap account yet, what you want to do is click on this sign up right here and you want to sign up. I have already created an account, so I'm just going to be signing in right here. So after I sign in, this is what I see and this is my dashboard, and here I'm going to be searching for the new domain. So the one which I want to buy is called September.com. This is what I'm going to be buying today. Alright, as you can see, the domain is available and I can purchase it. So I'm just going to add this to cart. So as you can see, we have the domain registration here, the domain privacy, and all these different SSL, BVN, all this stuff you don't need. Alright, so all you need is just the domain and the privacy, which is free. So it's free forever. So it's just the price of the domain. That's what you need to buy. Alright, so I'm going to click on confirm order. So fill in your payment information and then you just can continue. I'm not going to sort it because I'm going to be filling in my credit card details and all those stuff. And at the last page, what they ask you is the pay now. So obviously I'm just going to click on pay now. Alright, so after I purchase, I click on my name right here and then click on dashboard, and here we are. And as you can see, we have the September.com right here. This is my domain now. And right now, I'm going to show you how you can link this domain to your online store. So I'm here in the Shopify store where I want to link the domain I just bought. So to link it, I'm going to go down here in settings. And after this, I'm going to scroll all the way down to domains, as you can see right here. And after this, I'm going to click on connect existing domain. And here, I'm just going to type in the one which I just bought, that is September.com. I'm going to click on next. So here in Namecheap, I'm going to find the domain I bought, which is right here, and I'm going to click on manage right here. After I click on manage, I'm going to come here to advanced DNS, and guess what? You don't need to do anything here. All you have to do is just click on this choose DNS template and just select Shopify. After you do that, just click on this small tick icon right here and then click on continue. And boom, that's it. After you do this, you have to come back to your Shopify store, and here you need to click on verify connection. It may not work immediately, it may take some time, so you have to wait for it. I'm just gonna click on verify connection. Let's see. As you can see, it is still showing some error. You have to wait for a while, maybe 1 or 2 minutes, and I'm gonna show you once again. So after you wait for a while, let's just see. I'm gonna click on it. And boom, as you can see, now we have the September connected to our online store, and it is the primary domain for our online store. And here it says SSL pending, and after you give a quick refresh, it is gonna be solved. So I'm just gonna click on this one, and I believe it should solve. Let's just go back. And now, as you can see, the SSL is solved as well. So everything is now proper. So we just bought a domain and we linked it to our online store. Next time we click on September.com, it will take us to our Shopify store, and anyone can visit our online store with these domains. And that is it. That's how simple it is to link your domain to your Shopify store. See you in the next video lesson. In this video lesson, I will explain to you what is a business email. In short, an email that uses your domain after the @ symbol is a business email. The generic format of a business email is support@yourdomain.com. As an example, if your domain is zonefurniture.com, an example of a business email will be support@zonefurniture.com. It's not gmail.com, it's not hotmail.com, but it is yourdomain.com right after the @ symbol. You may wonder what is the advantage of a business email over, Gmail or Hotmail. It is really simple. The main reason is because it looks authentic. Let's say a staff from your company wants to mail a customer. If you send it from a business email, the customer can understand the mail is coming directly from your brand or your company. But if it comes from a Gmail, anyone can create a Gmail account, so the customer will not know whether it is authentic or not. So that is where business email come into place. So how do you actually get a business email? There are two ways. The first is to actually get a business email, and the other way is actually called email forwarding, which is normally free in most cases. Let me explain to you each of them right now. So for the business email, you have to buy it from a provider. It is really cheap. Often it comes at less than $1 a month, and your domain provider may also provide this business email service. So wherever you bought the domain, check if they also provide business email. Now let's talk about email forwarding. So email forwarding typically is forwarding an email to a particular email. So let's say your customer writes an email to support@yourdomain.com. If you use email forwarding, you can receive the mail at a Gmail, a Hotmail, or a Yahoo Mail, whatever mail you want. So a Gmail is free. So when customer sends at support@yourdomain.com, you will receive it at a Gmail, which is free. An email forwarding feature is normally free in most cases. As of now, Namecheap and Shopify offers free email forwarding if you buy domain from them. This email forwarding feature is to make your business look more professional. You can put the business email in your website, and when customer mails it to that email, you will receive it in your Gmail, alright, or your Hotmail or your Yahoo, anywhere you create your free email. Alright, so the tip which I have here, the hack or whatever you want to call it, it is that Zoho Mail offers free business email for the domain you own. So no matter where you buy your domain, whether it is Namecheap or GoDaddy, wherever you bought it, you can use Zoho Mail to set up free business email. Alright, not email forwarding, a legit business email with a legit inbox, which you can set up with Zoho Mail. Most people often pay a monthly fee to get business email, but Zoho Mail offers it for free, and I use it for my businesses. So definitely check out Zoho Mail and you can get your business email for free. So just search on Google Zoho Mail and then sign up and then link your domain, and you have to do a setup, which is a one-time setup, and that's it. That's how you get your business email. That is it for this video lesson. See you in the next video lesson. In this video lesson, I will show you how you can set up free business email using Zoho Mail. So to do that, you have to go to zoho.com/mail. I included the link in the resources file. So if you have the file, just click on it. So here it is. I'm just gonna go to this link right here. Alright, so once we are here in Zoho Mail, we have to sign up for Zoho Mail. To do that, let's go to this pricing. And as you can see, it is showing these plans right here, but it does have a free plan which you cannot see right here. To see that, you just have to scroll all the way down, and as you can see, we have the forever free plan right here, and you can click on sign up now. And here, fill in your name, your email address and password, and then just sign up. After you sign up, this is what you will see. And now we have to add an existing domain right here. I'm gonna click on add now. I'm gonna click on add, and then you have to click on proceed to domain verification. And here you have some few steps which you need to do in your Namecheap account. Alright, so it looks complicated, but it is really easy. Let me show you how to do it. So I'm gonna be going to our Namecheap account, and here in the September.com, I'm gonna click on manage, and here I'm gonna click on advanced DNS. And here I'm gonna scroll down and click on add new record, and it has to be a txt record. As you can see, it is showing right here txt, and we're gonna type in here host, we're gonna type in add, and the value, we simply copy this one, we come here and paste it right here, and then I'm just gonna tick this one, and that's it. That's how you verify the domain. When you come here, you can click on verify txt record. It may not work immediately, as you can see. You may need to wait for a while because it takes 1 or 5 minutes to update it. So let's just keep trying. Hey, so after some time, the ownership has been verified. I waited around 10 to 15 minutes, I guess. So this is the admin email which we have to create, so make sure you do it the right way. If you want it, you can say admin@whateverdomain.com. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be saying admin, and you can say CEO at september.com, and you can even use your name if you are the founder, up to you, but this is the super admin. All right, so this email is the main admin and it will control all the other email. So I'm just gonna go admin at september.com, and this will be the one which I'll be using, and all the other emails which I will be creating will be used by my staff and my team members. All right, so done. We have right here September admin at september.com. You can edit this as well. You can edit the first name, you can edit the last name if you want the first name to be your name, and you have all that options right here. And for this password, it is the same as the one which you use to sign up. So if you want to log in this email, you have to use this admin at september.com, and you have to use the password which you use to create the Zoho account. If you want to add more emails, what you can do is simply click on this add. And here I'm just gonna type in customer, depending up to you. So let's just say customer support. All right, so and the username I'm just gonna say support at september.com. So, or maybe let's just make it fancy, let's say hello at september.com. all right, and here for the password, feel free to add whatever you want. In case you have a team and you are giving this email out to them, you can force the user to change the password on the first login. But in case you run your own business, you don't have someone managing the customer support, you just can uncheck this one, fill in your password, and then click on add. I'm gonna do that right now. Alright, so after that we have it right here. If you want to add, you can add more. And that is it. That's how you create email inside Zoho Mail. And now let me show you how you can log in this email. So you have to come to the same link which is right here. Zoho.com/mail, and right now I'm here. Let's just sign in and get started. So I'm just gonna click on this sign in. Here I'm gonna type in the email we created, that is hello@september.com. I'm gonna click on next and type the password, and right now we are inside hello@september.com, and here you can see the inbox and you can see all the details right here. And this works the same way as Gmail or any other email. If you want new mail, you just can click on this new mail and start a new email. You can send it to anyone you want, a customer or an influencer or anything you want. All right, and it also has a mobile app, so if you use Android or iPhone, you just download from the Play Store or App Store, just search for Zoho Mail, and then you can sign in and you can have all the emails in your phone. All right, so that is it for this video lesson, my friends. See you in the next video lesson. In this video lesson, I will talk about logo and graphics. So what are the things you will require for your online store? It will be a logo and a favicon. You already know what a logo is. It is a symbol that represents your brand, your company, in this case your online store. Favicon, I don't know how to explain it, so I will just give you the example. So right now I'm here in Zimsak website, and as you can see, the logo is right here. And the favicon is the one which is right here at the top of the browser. For Zimsak, the logo and the favicon is the same because their logo is proportional. It has the same length and height, or the length and breadth, whatever. It is proportional. For that reason, they decided to use the logo as the favicon. Let's look into another website, which is Kylie Cosmetics, and here they have the logo right here, which is a simple text. And as their logo is horizontal, you can see the favicon, it just says K here. Alright, so if your logo is horizontal, then you have to design a new favicon which you can fit right here at the top. I just go into Google, and as you can see here in Google, they have their logo right here, and the favicon is this one. Alright, as you can see, this one. So for your online store, you have to design a logo, and if your logo is proportional like that in Zimsak, that is if it has the same length and breadth, then of course you can use it as the favicon. But if that's not the case and your logo is horizontal, you have to design a new favicon which will appear right here at the top of your online store. So my friends, if your logo is either a square or a circle, then you can also use it as the favicon. But if your logo is horizontal, then you have to design a new favicon. So those are the graphics you will require for your online store, a logo and a favicon. So how do you actually come up with a good logo? A good logo is easy to recognize, easy to print, and it uses the brand color. A good logo should not be complicated. It should be easy to recognize, like those of Nike, Mercedes-Benz, Facebook. When you see the logo, you know what the brand or the company is, right? It should be easy to print. It should not have many complex designs. It should be really simple, that it is really easy to print wherever you want, whether it is a physical object or shirts, pants. And it should also be easy to print in 3D format in case you want to use it in your physical store. Alright, so you should keep these things in mind when you actually design a logo or when you contact someone to design the logo. A logo is not a painting, it is a simple symbol which represents your brand. So how do you actually get your logo? There are two ways. The first is actually making a designer make it for you. The second is making your own logo, which is obviously free. If you have no experience editing videos, photos, making graphic, I highly recommend you to let someone make it for you, because that will be 1000 times better, because you have no experience. So if you let someone make it for you, it will cost you like $5 to $10, and it is a lifetime investment. You will not need to make a logo every year or every month. Once you make the logo and you have it, it is for a lifetime. And if you are wondering where you can hire a designer, you can hire it from sites like fiverr.com, which I will show you right now. So right now I'm here in Fiverr, fiverr.com, fiverr.com. You have to create an account. I already did that. I have a Fiverr account, so I'm here. And what you have to do is simply type here logo design, and let's search for it, and there will be a lot of sellers providing logo design. As you can see, some providing for $25, $40, $70. So let's just filter it by budget, and let's just say custom maximum, let's just say $10. All right, and there will be sellers who is providing logo for less than $10. Check this out. And boom, as you can see, they are providing for $10 and they have a 5-star review. So you can hire any of these logo designers and you can have your logo created. It is really simple. So just click on something just like that, and then you just can click on continue and buy it in the same way you buy from any other online store. It is really simple, and they will deliver to you in 2 days, and this depends on the seller. For this seller, it is 2 days. In case you don't like it, you can request a revision. It has unlimited revisions, so it's really cheap. That's it. So that's how you get someone to make your logo. But what if you want to make your own? You can search for logo maker on the App Store or Play Store. There are many apps which will give you a simple concept or a design from which you can create your logo. The other thing is you can use free designer app like Canva. If you don't know Canva, you can search on Google. You can use Canva on your phone or your computer. But once again, I'm not going to recommend creating your own logo. I will just recommend to pay someone to do it for you. It's just going to be 100 times better. But again, you can always change your logo later. So you can also try making your own, and then you can keep it for a while. And as your business starts to move forward, you can always pay someone to make it for you. Nobody is going to complain when you change your logo. That is it, my friends, for this video lesson. See you in the next lesson. Welcome back, and in this video lesson we will talk about the necessary pages which you should have in your online store. So here are the pages: contact us, FAQs, track order, about us or our story. You also need a refund or return policy page, a shipping policy page, privacy policy, and terms of service. These are the pages most online stores have in general. If you think you need more pages, feel free to add more, but these are the general ones which you should have in your online store. Now let me go into the Shopify dashboard and show you how you can create these different pages. Alright, I'm here in Shopify. Now let's start creating the pages. To create the page, what you need to do is go to online store, click on it, and after that in this drop down you have to click on these pages. Shopify has the contact us page by default, which you can see right here. Simply go there. I always rename it as contact us. I think that looks more professional, and I will just save it. That's it. You don't need to do anything else. The contact us page provided by Shopify is already good enough. Alright, so we will go back and let's create our second page, that is FAQ page. So to create a page, all you have to do is click on this add page right here. I'm just gonna type in FAQ as FAQs, right? And the content of the page goes right here. Let's start with an FAQ. So let's just go with bullet points, and let's say, how long will it take to deliver? Let's say this is our first question, and let's make sure we highlight this one with bold. Alright, after this, what you should do is you should skip a line down, right? There are two ways you can do it. The first is by simply pressing the enter key. In that way, a bullet point appears, right? If you want to avoid that, what you should do is to press the shift, hold down the shift button, and then press the enter key. That way, a bullet point will not appear, and then you can type the answer, right? Let's say 2 to 5 days in the United States. Other countries might take 10 to 2 to 4 weeks. What I'm writing right here is an example, alright? You are not meant to copy this. Make sure you write it in the way you are supposed to for your business. So I'm going to press enter. If you want to keep a space right there, simply go here and then press shift enter, and then you have a space right there. And here you can say, from where will it ship? Alright, and then once again, not just enter. If you press enter, you see the bullet point appear. So you just press shift enter and then type in the answer. All product ships will ship from our warehouse in California. That's it. And I want to highlight the question. Boom, that's it. Alright, and after you do that, simply click on save. And done. That's how we create our FAQ. So after you create a page, you may want to see how it looks like on your online store. To see that, you can simply click on this view page right here. If you click on that, it takes you to your online store, and this is what it looks like. FAQs, the title of the page, and you have the content right here. So regarding all the other elements here, the footer and all this stuff, don't worry about that. We will be customizing all this later in the video lesson, but for now this is the only part we need to see, and this is how it's gonna look like in our online store. And in case you click on this view page and it comes to a website, but it is asking for a password, which it will ask if it is the first time you are visiting your website, because your website is not yet public. In order to find the password, what you have to do is come back to your Shopify. You go to preferences here, and here you have to scroll all the way down, and you can find your password right here. If you want to change, you can change the password. I always keep it 123, and after you provide the password, it will be fine. The next time, if you use the same browser to visit your website, it will not ask for the password. Alright, the next page which we need to create is a track order page. So to do that, we simply click on add page once again. And here, we just type in track order. For the track order, you don't need any content. There will be a piece of code which you need, and I will be providing you that. You can find it somewhere in this course. And what you should do here is you should transform this content first into HTML mode. So HTML, everything is blank, and you just need to copy and paste the code. Once you copy this one, Control C, I'm just gonna come back here, Control B, that's it. When you go back to normal mode, this is where they can input their tracking ID and then track, and it will show the status. Alright, with this one you can track a lot of courier companies like FedEx, DHL, ePacket, and a lot more. And the last page which we need to create is the about us or our story. Click on add page once again, and then I'm just gonna say about us. For this one, you have to be super creative and make this one really good, because most people, when they come to your store for the first time, they may not trust your store. They may think it's a scam or something. So you should make sure your about us page is really good. If necessary, you can also add image. As you can see right here, insert image. You can insert video in case you want to show the warehouse you have, or your physical store. If you have any, you can add video to show the people. Image, you can insert table. This is like, MS Word or MS PowerPoint. You have all the customization features right here. Make sure you use all of them to write a very strong about us page. Alright, so for this video, for the sake of this video, I'm not going to be adding any images or video, but I'm just gonna simply make a default template right here. I already have that, so I will be copying it from what I have. Alright, so this is what I have right here. As you can see, our guarantee, as you can see right here, is really small. It's just bold. I want to make it a little bigger, so I'm just going to highlight this one and go here and click on heading 2, and now you can see it is really big and people can see it really well. This is just a sample, alright, so it's gonna be different for your business. Make sure it is really good. In case you struggle to write proper English in a good and fancy way, you can use the help of a website called Quillbot. Quillbot will help you structure your sentence and make it more striking and engaging. Alright, that's it. Now we have 4 pages: about us, track order, FAQs, and contact us. Alright, so now we have these 4 pages. The next thing we need to create is a refund policy page. As it is a policy page, I don't want to create it right here. I actually want to create it in the legal section of the store. Alright, so to create the refund policy, you go to settings. As you can see right here, click on settings, scroll down, and then you can find here policies. So simply click on that. And as you can see right here, refund policy, privacy policy, terms of service, shipping policy, contact information. If you don't want to write this from scratch, you can simply click on create from template, and boom, you have all the information right here. But make sure you read this and modify it according to the policy of your business. Alright, so here they are saying 30-day return policy. I always like to keep it 7, so I will just change it to 7 just like that. If you provide 30 days, keep it as it is. Make sure you read all this, change the email, the address, and all those things right here. Alright, so it depends on the business you are running. Make sure you read it once and change whatever is necessary. It's really easy. The privacy policy, same thing. You don't need to write anything. Just click on create from template. It will create, and then make sure you go through all the information and change all what is necessary. Alright, so privacy policy, most people won't even read. They won't care about this one. Terms of service, the same thing. Most people don't care about this, but always make sure everything is correct. Here, contact information. You can insert your business address, phone number here. Make sure you do that. That's it. And lastly, shipping policy. It doesn't have a create from template because it is really, it is broad. Like different business have different shipping policies, and Shopify doesn't provide one for this. Alright, so here is my shipping policy. I'll just copy and paste it. For you, make sure you write it to be relevant to your business. That's it. Nothing fancy here. Contact information, you don't need to have it because we already have the contact us page. So once you create from template and modify all the information to be relevant to your business, that's it. Simply click on save. That's it. Now we have all the necessary pages required for our online store. See you in the next lesson. Welcome back. In this video, I will show you how to create navigation or menu for your online store. This will become important once we start designing the online store. So here is a demo store just to demonstrate what are menus or navigation. As you can see here on top, we have home, shop, track order, FAQs, and contact. This is the main menu for this online store. Alright, and if we scroll down at the bottom, you can see right here a menu: about us, refund policy, shipping policy, privacy policy, terms of service. This is the footer menu. Alright, so the footer menu is the menu we find at the bottom of the website. The main menu is the menu we find at the top of the website. So to start creating the menus or navigation, simply go to your Shopify dashboard and then click on your online store. After this, you have to go to navigation. Shopify already has created the main menu and the footer menu, but we need to modify it. So first, I will modify the main menu. So we have home, which is home. Obviously, if you click on home, it will take you to the home page. Next, we have catalog. I want to always change this to shop. Shop. And this shop is linked to all products. So when people click on shop, it will take them to see all the products. Alright, apply changes. And then next, I want to add track order. And let's link this to the page we created, the page track order. Alright, so we go here, go to pages, and we link this to track order. Alright, but in case you ship only within your city or your country and you use a particular logistic and they have their own tracking page, you may want to link it to their tracking page. But for this particular course, we created a track order page which is suitable for most courier logistics, so we are linking it to that track order page right now. Alright, so I'm just gonna click on add, and I want to move this up right here, right above the contact, and I also want to add the FAQs right at top. FAQs, and we're gonna link it to the FAQ page. So we're gonna link it to the FAQ page we created. Just link it like that and click on add. And I want to move this FAQ page right above the contact. So for the main menu, we have home, shop, track order, FAQs, and contact. After that, we're gonna click on save. So after creating the main menu, we go back and let's now create the footer menu. So now we go to the footer menu. And I want to remove this search because it's not important. We already have the search bar on top. So let's just start by adding about us, and then we will link it to the about us page we created, about us 8. And then I'm just gonna delete this search because I don't want it here. After about us, you want to add the refund policy. And for this refund policy, you have to go to these policies, not the pages. Alright, so here in policies, you click on that, and then you select refund policy and add. Done. Now we have our footer menu as well. We just can click on save. In case you want to add more to this menu, you can do it here in footer menu or the main menu, entirely up to you. You can also have more than one menu. So here in footer menu, here in this demo website, you see we have only one menu, but you can add one more on the right side or the left side. If you want to add one more menu, you can simply create in Shopify. Here in this menu, you can always create a new menu by clicking on add menu. Alright, and to actually add the menu here, that will come when we design the online store. That will be in the video lesson when we design the online store. Alright, so you have the option if you want to add more menu. That is it, my friends. That is how simple and easy to create menus or navigation in Shopify. See you in the next video lesson. In this video lesson, I will show you how you can add products in your online store. Whether you are selling physical products or digital products like ebook or some software, you can sell it with Shopify. So the first thing which we need to do is to go here in products. So we click here, products, and it's as simple as clicking on add your products. Alright, so after we click on that, we come here, and this is where we add all the details of the product. This includes the description, the images, the videos, and stuff. Now let's fill this together so that you have an idea of how this should be done. So for this video lesson, let's assume that we are selling a t-shirt. So the title, let's just say t-shirt. Alright. So I keep the title very short, but it's up to you depending on what you are selling. If you are selling an ebook, then you have to obviously write here the name of the book, and then you can have a bracket, and inside the bracket you can write ebook. If you are selling software, you can write the name of the software right here, and title means the name of the product, right? Next we have description, and description is the description of the product. You have to describe the product, the length, the width, the size, the weight, and what are the benefits of the product, some FAQs and stuff. Alright, this we're not gonna be doing because it depends on the product, and obviously you know what description means. It is really simple. One tip which I have about writing description is that you should spy on the stores which are selling similar products. Whatever niche or whatever industry you are in, make sure you go to a website or a business which is doing really well and copy their style of description. That way your store will work really well. The reason is quite obvious. It is just copying what is working in the market. So no matter what niche or industry you are in, make sure you spy those stores which is doing really good in that particular industry. For example, you want to sell, let's say, pet products, maybe dog or cat. Then go to a store, a really big store selling dogs and cats products. Then you can look at the way they write the description, and you can write it in a very similar way. That way your store will look very professional. Alright? So after description, we have here media, and here we will add the photos. For this example, I'm just going to add a photo from my computer. This is the image I just added. If you are selling a product, make sure you add more images to show different perspective of the product. Also, you can add video. If you want to add video, simply click on this add from URL and you can paste the YouTube link or the Vimeo URL, and then your video will be included here. After this, we have the pricing, and here we have price and compare at price. So price is the price at which you want to sell the product. For example, let's say you want to sell the product for $19.99, and the compared price is the price that is meant to be the original price. Alright, so let's say $29.99. So in the website, this $29.99 will be crossed out and the price will be listed as $19.99 and the product is on sale. If you want to have a clear idea, let me show you in a different website. Alright, now I'm here in BlendZ website, and as you can see right here, $4299.95, this is the price of the product, and the price here, which is crossed out $8499.95, this is the compare at price. I hope that makes it clear. Now let's come back to our store. The next thing we have is charge tax on this product. As you are just starting out, what I recommend you is just uncheck this one. It doesn't matter because your business right now should be treated as a side hustle and you should not bother about tax or all those kind of stuff. Once your business takes over and you are making consistent profit every month, at least $1,000 a month, then you should contact a chartered accountant and ask him about the taxes and stuff. This depends on the country you live in, but until you make consistent profit, don't even care about this. Just uncheck this one. Just treat it as a side hustle. There is nothing to worry about. You will not go into jail. Alright, so just leave this unchecked as you are just starting out. Next, we have the cost per item, and it is basically how much the item costs you to manufacture or buying from the supplier. Here we are selling it for $19.99. So let's say I spend $7.99 to buy from the supplier. So we just fill in that. Alright. Next we have inventory. So here the first thing we have is SKU, which stands for stock keeping unit. So this is a code or some words and letters which is used to identify the specific product. Alright. So for example, here let's just say t-shirt red 1, something like that. Alright, and then you just can select this track quantity and then continue selling when out of stock. Up to you. It is literally what it means. If you want to keep selling even when you are out of stock, you can, and then you can source from the supplier and then ship later on. If you want to do that, you can check this, and then here is where you type in how much of this product is available. So let's say right now we have 50 of this shirts in our warehouse. I just type in 50. Alright, that is it. And next we have is physical product. So if this is an ebook or something like that, you just uncheck this. It doesn't matter. But if this is a physical product, you just have to check this and make sure you input the weight right here. You can input in kg, pound, whatever you want. So I'm just going to input the weight of this t-shirt as 0.2 kilograms, considering it weighs around 200 grams. I'm not sure if it's accurate, but as an example. Alright. Country of origin, this has to be India for me because this is where the warehouse will be located for me. Under this we have HSS code, and this is used for customs and stuff. This is used to identify what type of product you are shipping internationally, so that the customs authorities, they will charge the custom tax to the customer or whatever the law or the policy in the country is. Alright, so in this case we are selling t-shirt, so let's just type in shirt and it will show you some codes. So you can select from this one whatever is suitable. So let's say men's or boys shirt of cotton. I think this is suitable. Just select that one. But normally I will keep it blank. I don't ship internationally for my businesses, so I don't use this one. But if you ship internationally, you may need to fill in this one. That's it. After that we have options, and this means variants or variations of the product if the product has different size or different color. Obviously, as this is a shirt, it has to come in different sizes: small, medium, large, XL and stuff. So let's just select this one. So the first thing they're asking is size, which of course is correct. So let's just fill in size. Option value, let's just say small. Another value, let's just say medium. Let's just say large, XL. All right, something like this. And we can also add another option. So another option, and here we can say color. The first one, black. I think it's fine. Let's just type in black, and then we just can type in red. We just can type in white. All right, so this is just an example, and we just can click on done. Here we just can click on done. Boom. All right, we just created, and as you can see, it is creating a table right here, and you can see the price right here, and also the quantity of each of them. All right, so you have to play around with the quantity and make sure you fill in the right quantity if you want to sell it efficiently. So make sure you do that. Here the variant is size S, and the color is black. They are showing all the possible combinations. All right, under this we have search engine listing preview, which is for SEO. If you don't know what it means, this is for how it will appear when people search on Google. All right, so you just click on that, and here you can see the page title. This is not what you will see in your website. This is how it will show in Google. In case your product came up in Google as a search result, you want to modify the title and the description here, and this is the URL. So this will be the URL for the product. You can change it right here. Up to you if you want to change, but make sure the URL is not very long. Keep it as it is. If it is short, that's better. All right, so this is for SEO. It doesn't have anything to do with the look of your website. That's it. And let me just scroll all the way back up, and right now let's go here. And as you can see right here, it says product status active. If you want to just keep this product hiding in your website, you can just click on draft and hide this product. People will not be able to search it or see it. All right. Next, we have product organization and the type. You just can select whatever you want. For this one, let's just say clothing, and I'm just gonna create it clothing. All right. Vendor, you just can skip this one. Collections, it basically means category, and these are categories which you create in your online store. We haven't created any category yet, so it's not going to show up anything. By default, Shopify has homepage as a collection or a category, but we will come to this later after we create a collection. All right, so collection means category, keep that in mind. After that, we have tags, and this tags is meant to filter products easily when you edit and stuff. So let's just say t-shirt for this one, and we have to add this one. By using tags, you can also automatically add a product in a particular category or collection. I will show you that later in the video. All right, when we create the collections. That's it. And here we have online store, and we have here theme template. Keep it default product. This way it will show it as a product in your online store. If you select another one, it may show up in a really weird way, so make sure it is the default product. All right, after this we just can click on save, and that's it. That's how you actually create or add a product in your online store. Also, one thing which you should note is that here, as you can see in the variant, you can add a different image for the different variants. So small black, you can add a different photo. Small red, you can add a different photo for each of this variant. If you want to do that, there is the option. All right, it's very simple, my friends, and this is how you add a product in your online store. Now let's move on to our next video lesson. Welcome back. In the previous video lesson, we added a product in our online store, which you can see right here. Now we will be creating a collection or a category in our online store. All right, so here you can see, if we go here, you can see collections. To create a collection or a category, we click on this one. By default, Shopify has homepage as collection, which we are not going to use. We're going to create a new collection. So let's say create collection. And we just can type in the name of the collection right here. This can be men's t-shirt, women's t-shirt, this can be baby items, whatever it is. If you go in Amazon or any big online store, you see there are a lot of different categories like electronics, mobiles, home furniture and stuff. So collection basically is that. Alright, so for this one, in order to be relevant with the product we added, I'm just gonna say men's shirt. Alright, and the description for a collection is not important. You can obviously skip it, but if you want to add, you can always add. This is just a brief description of what the collection is about. Alright, next we have the collection type, and here you have manual or automated. If you want it to be automated, you have all the conditions right here, and this is where the tag is important. So product tag is equal to whatever tag you want, and then whatever tag it matches with, it will add automatically in this collection. But I don't want to do this automated way because maybe sometimes I add in the wrong tag and it's gonna mess up. So always I prefer doing it the manual way and adding the products manually. Alright, next we have the search engine listing preview, and this is the same. This is for SEO, which means this is how it's gonna show up in Google search or any search engine. This is not what you will see in your website. So the title and the description you fill in right here will be shown in Google search result. Alright, also you have the option to edit the URL of this particular collection. On the right side, we have here collection availability. Make sure you check it online store. If you don't, it will not be available on your online store. Alright, next we have the collection image, which is optional. You can add it or skip it. If you want to add it, then you can obviously add an image, and this is something which will show up in the collection page. Let me show you an example of how this looks like in a collection page. So we are right now here in the men's collection, and the collection image is the image which you see right here, which is here the man's face, the pen, which you can see right here. This is actually called the collection image. So this actually is a horizontal image, mainly horizontal. You want it that way, and this is the image. If you don't want to add it, you can skip it, and this image will not be here, and this section will be smaller. But if you add the image, they will try to show it right here at the very top. Alright, so that is the collection image. It's up to you whether you want to add it or not. And lastly, we have online store, theme template. Always keep it default collection, and that's it. We just click on save. Now let me show you how we can add product in this particular collection called men's shirt. So we will just go back to the products, and I'm gonna add this t-shirt in the new collection we created, that is men's shirt. Alright, so here in collection, I click here, and as you can see, we have the option men's shirt here. You just check that, and then we can remove the home page, and let's just click on save. This way our product t-shirt will be added in the collection men's shirt. That is it, my friends. It's really simple and straightforward. That is how you manage a collection in Shopify. Welcome back, my friends. In this video, I will guide you how you can design or customize the look of your homepage. So to customize your homepage, you have to customize your theme. So let's go to themes. We click on online store, and this takes us to the theme automatically. So once we are here, we will be customizing the Beautify theme we added earlier in the video lessons. So here we have the Beautify theme. What we have to do is click on customize, and this takes us to the theme customization dashboard. So this is what you will see, and here are the customization features on the left side. The first thing which you should know when designing theme Beautify are these tabs right here with the lightning symbol. These are the add-ons of the Beautify which comes with the paid plan. We will be sticking to the free plan, so we will not be using any of these features. Don't get disappointed. The free version is good enough to get you started and get an amazing, professional, top-notch online store, so don't worry about that. Later, when your store grows, you can definitely upgrade to a paid plan of the Beautify and use these features, these add-ons. So these add-ons will add a particular feature, a function, or a particular look into your online store. But we can still make a professional store without using any of these add-ons. Also, in the upcoming video lessons, I will be showing you some free amazing Shopify apps which can do things similar to these add-ons. So these add-ons basically will work like those apps. So if you don't understand what these add-ons are for now, let it be. It doesn't matter. In the upcoming video lessons, when I talk about Shopify apps, you will understand what add-ons are, what apps are for Shopify. Right now, let's just not care about these things. So first of all, I just want to disable all the add-ons of the Beautify. So to do that, I'm gonna scroll down all the way right here in theme settings. I'm gonna click on it, and as you can see right here, it says the Beautify add-ons, and we have 57 add-ons right now. I'm gonna click on it, and I'm gonna disable all these add-ons. So I'm gonna uncheck this, uncheck, and I'm gonna do this for all this one. Uncheck, and I'm gonna uncheck everything that is checked right now. Alright, so I uncheck all that, and now I'm gonna click on save, which you should be doing. Once in a while, make sure you click on save so that you save all the progress so far. Otherwise, in case you lost the Wi-Fi connection, everything you have to start from scratch. So make sure you save it once in a while, every 2 or 3 minutes. Alright, now let's start the customization. The first thing which I want you to know is this icon right here. When you click on it, it says desktop, which means this is how your store will look like on desktop mode. If I click on this mobile, this is how your store will look like on mobile. And lastly, we have the full screen, and this is how it will look like on a wide screen. But this hides the editor, as you can see. So we're gonna be designing it in desktop mode so that we can see the progress right here, and we have the editor right here. Alright, so let's start customizing from the very top right here, which is the announcement bar, which you can see right here. So each of these elements or sections, you can find it in the order right here in the editor. We have the announcement, we have the header, we have the guarantee. As you can see, announcement, this is the header, and this is the guarantee. And all the other tabs like this one, where we have the lightning symbol, including this Instagram feed, we disable it. These are the add-ons of the Beautify. Alright, so when you want to customize this announcement bar, you click on this announcement, and you have all the customization right here. Alright, so within this announcement bar, we have the message, and this message will be this one. In case you don't want to click on an element from this editor, you can simply click on it from here. So in case you want to edit this guarantee, you click on this and it will take you to the editor. Alright, and you can edit it from here. Alternatively, what you can do is, here is the guarantee section, and if you want to customize this third guarantee, obviously it is this third element within the guarantee tab. I click on it and this takes us to the editor. So what I prefer clicking on the element and customizing it. So let's just start by customizing this text. I'm gonna click on it and it takes us right here. So for this one, I'm gonna say free shipping. Let's just try customizing. Free shipping for orders above US 74, as you can see at the very top. Now let's try customizing the followers and this side. I'm just gonna click on the announcement, and as you can see, we have the left message which says follow us, and let's just change it to welcome. You should see welcome right here. And now let's change this get in touch with. We can say contact us. Boom, as you can see right here. Now to change the color, you can't click here and change the color. The color has to be set in the theme. Alright, so to do it, I'm gonna show you. Go back here in the theme editor, and what you want to do to change the color is click on this theme settings right here at the bottom, and after that you should see a tab which says colors right here. Click on it, and here you can change all the colors. The drawer, the footer, and every color is here. So let's change the color of the announcement bar. This is called announcement bar. Alright, so for the announcement bar, we have the background as this color. I'm just gonna change it to pure black. Boom, and as you can see, we now change it to black, and you can see the effect is taking place right here. Now I'm gonna click on save. So next, let's try customizing the header, which is right here. So what we're gonna do is click on the header, and by default it has the name of our online store right here, and let's add our logo instead. So to add our logo, I'm just gonna scroll down here, and here select image. I'm gonna go here, and we have to upload our logo file. I'm gonna do that. So I have a logo created by myself, so here it is. I upload it and I select it. So here where it says inverted and mobile, I'm gonna upload the same images, the same logo, so that it appears the same all throughout our store. So in mobile, if you want, you can choose a different logo to be appeared on mobile and desktop, whatever you want, but I'm gonna keep it the same. So when we change to mobile, it's still gonna be the same logo, as you can see right here. And if you want to change the size of the logo, you want to make it a little more bigger, what you can do is you can increase the size right here. You can pull it up and it's gonna appear big, and you can also make it small. So adjust it and see which one looks the best. I'm just gonna keep it around 110. And also for desktop, you can change the size, play around and see which one looks the best. I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller. And next in the header, what you see is home, shop, track order, FAQs and contact. And if you remember, this is the main menu we created. Next we have this icon which is search. This is default. And next we have the cart icon. Alright, so for this menu, if you want to change it to a different menu, you can change it right here. Menu, it says main menu. You can change it if you want to change the menu. Just click on it, and then if you want to add the footer menu here instead, you can see we have the footer menu. So you can create any menu you want and you can add it at the header. Alright, so for this one, let's just add the main menu because that is what we created it for. And here you have the option to change the navigation type. Center, you can give it left. I just want to keep it center, but you have the option, remember that. And for this search icon and this card, you also have the option to change that. If you scroll down here, you should see something that says theme setting. Click on it, and here you can actually disable the search as well. You can also have language selector, but you have to add languages in your online store settings. And also the card type, it has drawer, and the card icon, you can change this as well. I want to change this to cart instead of the bag. So this icon will change right now once it finishes loading. Boom, as you can see, it is now showing a cart icon. And if you don't know what this cart type means, it means what will happen if you click on the cart icon. Now it has drawer. So when I click on it, instead of loading a new page, a drawer appears. Alright, so that's it. That's for the header. And now let's try adding some few more sections right above the guarantee but right below the header. So I'm gonna go back, and here we have the header right here, and here we have add section. So we're gonna begin by adding a section. And this is where you find all the sections which you can add in your store. For this, I just want to add a slideshow just to give you an example of how these things work. So I'm just gonna select this slideshow. And as you can see, the slideshow is about to be appearing right here, but it doesn't have any content yet. So I'm just gonna go down to this slideshow and click on this add slide, which you can see right here, add slide. And now we have a slide right here. And I'm gonna add one more slide. Boom. As you can see, we now have two slides. One, and we have one more here. Alright. So let's add an image for the first slide. So to do that, you just go back. Here is the slide, and here is the first slide. So I just click on it, and here we can select the background image. Select. You can upload your own, and also you can use stock images provided by Shopify. So I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna use the stock images. I'm just gonna type in GIF. By the way, I'm not gonna give much thought here. I'm just gonna select whatever it is. For you, take time to make it look the best. For now, I'm just gonna select whatever it appears just to show you how this thing works. Alright, so we have that right here. Now we have the slide right here. Let's edit the text. So here at the heading, it says slideshow. I'm just gonna change this to welcome. And let's just type something here as well. I'm just gonna say boom, now we have welcome, the best gift store, surprise your loved ones. By the way, you have a lot of customization features, so make sure you play around and find what is the best looking for your online store. You have the text position in case you want to change it to top, middle, bottom, and you can set it differently for desktop mode, for mobile mode, and you can align it differently and all these things. Make sure you check all that. All right, so for this one, let's just keep it bottom, text position in desktop. So it's gonna move this to the bottom right here. I think this looks better. And also when you're designing, make sure you don't forget to look at the mobile as well. And for this mobile, as you can see, the slide is really big. Let's make it smaller. So I'm just going to click on the slide. I'm just going to go here in slideshow, and the section height in mobile is full. Let's just make it medium and let's see. All right, so this looks a lot better, right? So what we're going to do here in mobile, I'm going to go to the first slide. And here I'm going to keep the text at the bottom as well. Text position bottom. Boom. As you can see, we now have it this way. Also, I think the buttons are quite big. The text is quite big. You can adjust all this in theme setting. So if you want to adjust the font and all, what you want to do is you want to go back here, and then you want to go to theme settings right here. And here you have typography. You click on that. And here you have the base size, the base title, letter spacing. You can adjust all that here. So I'm just gonna make this a little bit smaller, just so that this one can fit in one line. Now it fits in one line, as you can see. And regarding this button, if you want to change the way it looks, what you can do is you go to the same thing, theme setting, and here you should go to advanced setting. And you scroll down. And one thing which will impact your store look is this border radius. So now it has 6px. So this border radius, if you move it all the way up here, everything is gonna be so roundy. I don't know what to say. Everything's gonna look like a circle. But if you just move it all the way to this side, everything is gonna be pointy. I'm gonna show you. See? If I move it, everything's gonna look super sharp, edgy. Alright? So see how it changes. Boom. As you can see, now everything is sharp. And if you move it all the way up here, everything is gonna look like an oval or a round. Boom. So play around with this and see which one looks good. I prefer keeping it to X, and that's my default setting. Next, regarding the button, what you want to play around is with the padding X, which is 24px right now. If I move this down to just 12px, you will see the x-axis gets smaller. And if I move the padding y to 8, you will see the y-axis getting smaller. Yep, now as you can see, it is getting smaller. Let's just go to desktop. Yeah, this looks a lot better now. The button is not super large. Yeah, that is it. And let me just save this. Also, one thing which you should certainly do is to change the color of the button. So let's do it. In theme setting, we go to color like before, and then we find buttons. As you can see, the color of the button is not good. I'm gonna change this to the color in my logo. I'm gonna do it right now. Alright, now it looks better. It is the same as the one which is in my logo. The next thing which you should definitely check is the link of your button. So let's do that right now. I'm just gonna go to this slideshow and then the first slide right here. And I'm gonna scroll down, find the links of the buttons. So the first button we have right now, it is Shop Now. You can change the words or the text if you want. And then it is linked to all products. So when you click on Shop Now, it will show all the products in our store. But you can link this to just specific product or a specific collection, depending on what you want. And next we have the Learn More. And here Learn More is also linked to all products, which doesn't make sense. So let's just change this now. Instead of Learn More, I'm going to say, alright, so instead of Learn More, I rename it as About Us. And we're going to link this to the page we created, the page About Us. So I click on Pages, and I'm going to link this to About Us. Alright, so when people click on this About Us, it is going to take us to the About Us page. Next, let's click on Save. One thing which you might have noticed is that the image here has a slight bit of blue tint overlay. Alright, so let's just make this black or white, something that is neutral. So to do that, we have to come down here in theme settings once again, and then colors, and when you scroll down, you should see there is an image overlay. Alright, so here now the color is slightly blue, so let's just change this to, let's say, black, and it should make this weirdness of blue go away. Alright, so now it has a black overlay, and in case you want to make the image pop out a bit more, what you can do is go to where you customize the color, which is right here, and the opacity, let's just lower it down, and you should see the image more clearly. Boom, as you can see. And if you want to make this darker, you just can pull this. Boom, it is darker. So let's just keep it around 26. I think that looks good. Yeah, that looks perfect. Alright, now we have the first slide created. You also have the option to add more slides, and here is our second slide. I haven't modified it, and I will not modify it because it is the same thing as modifying the first slide. But if you need more slides, feel free to add more slides. And also you have the option all here. You can show the arrows, you can show the dots. Also you can auto rotate it, which means even if the customer or the visitor doesn't press any button, the slide will keep rotating itself. Alright, now let's try adding a collection right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on add section, and I'm gonna select featured collection right here. Alright, now we have the featured collection. I'm gonna click on it, and here I'm gonna select the collection. So just to make this more efficient, I already added a few products in our online store to give you the example, and I also created the collection. So I'm just gonna click on select collection, home page, and I'm gonna click on select. Boom, as you can see, the products appear right here. You can also edit this heading right here. It says featured collection. I'm gonna rename this to best sellers this week. So now, as you can see right here, we have a product on sale which costs $24.99, but it is on sale for $19.99, and you see the color of the sale is red, right? So let's just change it to our theme color. So I'm just gonna go to theme settings, I'm gonna go to colors, I'm gonna scroll down. Alright, so here in sales price you can see it is red. I'm gonna change it to our theme color, and as you can see it is changing right here as well. That's it, and we're gonna click on save. You also have a lot of customization features right here: number of rows per row, desktop per row, mobile, and you can also check this show view all button so that you have a view all button right here. You have a lot more customization features right here. Alright, so that's it for this section. Let's try adding one more section and customize it. So I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna add one more section, and this time let's select a particular product. Alright, so I'm just gonna select this featured product. So after this we have it right here. I'm gonna click on this featured product and I'm gonna select the product. Let's just go with this one. So from here, what you want to do is click on this featured product, which is the section we just added, and you have all the customization things right here. So I'm just gonna uncheck all this because I don't want the text to be appearing here. I don't want this product category to be appearing here. So I'm just gonna uncheck this show product type. It's going to remove this base on top, as you can see, and then I'm gonna remove this show product text. It's gonna remove that, as you can see, and you have the customization features right here. So product description, you can check that if you want, and as you can see the product description is right here in a separate section. If you want it right after the add to cart, you can do that. Here just click on under add to cart and it should be under the add to cart. Boom, right here you can scroll the product description while viewing the main image of the product. Alright, so you can also uncheck this one if you don't want a super long product description in your homepage. But in case you are selling an ebook or something like that and you have just one product in your online store, then that can be really useful just to have the product description in the homepage, because there you can actually describe the product, right? And here the color, let's just change this full detail. So theme color, I'm just gonna go to colors. You already know that. And this is actually a link, right? So full details is a link. So here it is, links and actions. I'm just gonna change it. As you can see, it changes. And so far so good, we have right here. So my friends, one thing which I want to tell you is that there are a lot of sections, a lot of different things which you can add. Make sure you play around with all these to find the best looking for the niche, for the business industry you are in. So for clothing, it can be something different. If you sell pet products, it can be something different. So make sure you try all this and see which one looks good, and make sure you copy the style or the look of a store which is already successful. Don't try to do things in your own way. Just copy something which is working, and obviously it will work for you. That's how the market works. All right, so for this video lesson, I'm not just gonna keep adding and doing stuff, because it's basically the same thing. You just add a section and then you customize it depending on how you want it to look. All right, so I'm just gonna skip to the part where I customize this our guarantee section, which is a default section provided by Team Debutify. So the theme guarantee section is right here. In case you want to hide it, you just can uncheck this show section and hide it, but I want to keep it because it is actually a really cool section. All right, so let's just start with this first one. I'm just gonna click on here. First, I want to change the icon, which is loyalty right here. So I'm just gonna click on view all available icons. So here you have to find any icon you want. So let me just search for plain, and I'm gonna go with this one. I click on it, and here you see it says flight. You have to copy this one, copy, come back, and instead of the loyalty icon you have right here, you paste it, and as you can see, it changes to the icon of flight. All right, and then you can say worldwide shipping. You can also change the text right here. Alright, so I just made up a short description which you can see right here, and I'm gonna do the same thing for these other two guarantee sections as well. So I'm just gonna click on this, change all the things. So first I'm gonna change the icon. Boom, I added all the three guarantee sections which you can see right here. And if you want, you can add one more section. So here you can see in guarantee, you can add one more right here, and you can have four guarantee sections if you need to. Also, make sure you look at the mobile view just to see if everything is looking good. If it doesn't, change some wordings, maybe change the size of the font and stuff, just to make sure everything looks perfect. Alright, so far so good. Let's go back to desktop mode. And lastly, let's customize the footer, which is right here. So the first thing which I want to customize here in footer is obviously the color, because this is not our theme color. So what I want to do is, I don't want this to be blue because I think it will look bad. So I'm just gonna make the footer black. Alright, so I'm just gonna go to colors. I'm gonna scroll down to footer. Alright, so here in footer, I'm just gonna change the background to pure black. And then the borders, I'm just gonna keep it white. The accent background, let's just make it gray. I'm not sure what this accent background is, but let's just change it. The button labels, let's just change this to white. And the buttons, let's change it to our default color. And the form elements, probably this one, let's just change this to not white, not black, but gray. A little darker gray maybe. Yep, perfect. And now as you can see, this looks perfect. Alright, there are a lot of things you can customize inside this footer. So here, just click on footer. Position of icons right, which means this side. But as you can see, there is no icons right now, even though it says follow us on social media. The reason is because we haven't added any link. Alright, so if you want to add links to your social media, what you want to do is you want to come here to theme settings. And here in social media, as you can see, you have to add in the link of your Facebook, Twitter, whatever you want, and every link you added, and you have to check here as well, and then the icon will appear right here. Alright, and you can change this word, follow us on social media. Here you can change the word if you want, but I'm just gonna keep it as it is. And here at the bottom you can see powered by Shopify, theme by Debutify. I'm going to uncheck all this just so that it doesn't show anything, because it doesn't look professional. I removed that. Next we have within footer, share store details. And here you can write the About Us section. You can change the words here as well. Here, I'm just gonna say I just changed it, and under this we have the email and the phone number. Even though the phone number is set, it is still not showing because our store has no phone number. So right now I'm going to show you where you can edit this email and phone number back in Shopify. So I'm just going to click on save. So we're going to go back to the Shopify dashboard. To do that, I'm just going to click on this one. But instead of clicking and going back from here, I'm going to right click and click on open link in new tab. And then once you are in the Shopify dashboard, you go to settings right here. And then you go here in store details, and this is where you change the contact information. Edit, Shopify uses this to contact you, and customers see this email. So as an example, let's just use this business email, support@rainsoncourse.com, and the phone number, I'm just going to type in a random phone number and then click on save. Now we come back to the editor, and then I'm just going to click on refresh, and you should see the email and phone number. So here, boom, as you can see, the email is updated and we also have the phone number. Also make sure you change the wordings of this newsletter as well. So here in footer, why is footer? Alright, here in footer, the newsletter, make sure you change the wording, subscribe to our newsletter. You can remove the subheading as well because it already has email me with news and offers, so people will know why they have to provide their name and email. If you are wondering what is newsletter, so people will sign up through this newsletter, and when they do so, you can send them offers and stuff from your Shopify admin. I'm not gonna add any more sections, but what I can tell you is that there are more than sections in this editor. Alright, so as an example, you can see right here we have a back to top button. If I click on this button, which is right here, it takes us to the top of the website. Alright, but right now it is at the very center of the website. I want this to be at the right side of the website. So to customize this, as this is not a section, alright, it will be in the theme settings and the advanced settings. I'm gonna scroll down, find it. So back to top button, you saw it. The position, I'm gonna make it right. Boom, as you can see now it is on the right side. One more thing which you should do is to add the favicon which you created before designing this. Once you go to theme settings, you should see favicon. As you can see right here, you click on favicon and here select image and upload your favicon. So when visitors browse my online store, they will see this as the favicon. And there is one last thing which you need to do, which is mandatory, which is necessary, which is important. Alright, so here in theme settings, after you go here, you have to scroll all the way down and you should see something called checkout. Alright, you click on here. And here you have to add your logo once again. This is for the checkout page. Alright, so when people are trying to buy from you, they will go to the checkout page and they need to see your logo, right? And then you have to customize the colors here as well. The buttons, make sure it is your theme color. Accents, your theme color. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's just save. And let's see how the checkout page looks like. Alright, so I'm just gonna click on this home page right here. You can see at the top, I'm gonna click on this one. And let's just click on this checkout just to see how the checkout page looks like. I'm gonna click on checkout and you should see how it looks like. Boom, as you can see, we have our logo, we have the button, we have the refund policy, shipping policy. These are the policy pages. They are all the color of our theme. In case you want to make any changes, you are free to do it. The colors, the way how it looks, make sure you play around just to see which works best for you. And errors, there is this red one, so sold out. It is considered as an error, so obviously it is showing in red. And yeah, that's it. That's how you customize the theme of a Shopify store. So let's just go to homepage. So this is what we have created so far. Doesn't look bad, but I can do a much better job if I give the time. And make sure you do that. Take your time, add more sections, play around and see which looks the best. And that is it for this video lesson, my friends. In the upcoming video lessons, I will show you how to customize more stuff like product page. And that is it. See you in the next video lesson. Welcome back. In this video lesson, we will be customizing a product page. So as usual, to customize the theme, we have to go here to online store and then themes. And then I'm gonna go here, click on customize. By default, we are taken to the home page of the Shopify store, but we need to go to the product page to design the product page. So what you can do is you can either click on a product and it will automatically take you to the product page, or the other thing which you can do is you can click here right on top and then click on products right here and then just click on default product, and this will take us to the product page editor. One thing which you should note is that you don't need to design the product page for every product in your website. You just have to design it once and the template will be applied to all the products you have in your online store. So for this one, this is a random product. Whatever design I do in this product page, it will be applied to all the products in our store. One thing which will greatly impact the look of the product page is the description, which we have right here, which starts from "Don't risk it" and all the way down here, right? So for this description, you have to edit it in the product editor in the Shopify Dashboard. So here in Shopify Dashboard, you go to products and you have to edit it for a particular product. So in this case, it is this 360-degree active base. And as you can see, we have the product description right here. So this is the description which is showing up in this product page. So even if the template for the product page is same for all the products, the description will be different. So make sure you write a really good description. Alright, so now let's start customizing the product page template. So I want to hide these things like text and catalog and then this new product right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this product pages, which you can see right here. I'm going to click on it. And I'm going to uncheck this show product type, show product text, show product collection. And as you can see, it removes everything. Alright, so also the description, we can keep it in a separate section or right under the add to cart. If I do under add to cart, you should see the description right under the add to cart. So if your description is not very long, this may be the way to go. But if your description is super long, maybe you want it at a separate section. Also, I think we should align the description to the left. So let's just go text align, maybe left. That may look better. Yeah, I think this looks a little bit more clean. So I'm just going to keep it like this one. And make sure you also check the mobile view just to see if it looks good. It's fine, but I prefer keeping it left. So one thing which you should note is that no matter how you align it in the description right here, the setting which you put right here will override it. So here everything is left aligned, right? As you can see, but here if you select center, it's gonna be centered. So this will override whatever alignment you have right here in the product description editor. There is nothing much to customize here in product page, by the way. One thing which you note is the recommendation for you. Let's just click on this one, and it has this show dynamic recommendation, and you can change the header. Maybe let's say you can also add a subheading, and then you can add number of rows per row, per mobile, and all this stuff. You can customize it right here. Also, there's one thing here called related products. You can add it. So related products. And as you can see, we have it right here. It's the same thing. So if you enable one of them, you may disable one of them. So I don't want having a lot of things. So maybe we can disable this one. So here in product recommendations, I'm just going to click on this eye icon just so that we hide it. As you can see, and we keep it this one. Alright, and here is one section called FAQs, which you can see. Actually, this is a pet version of the Beautify. This is for the pet version of the Beautify. Although we can customize some stuff here, we will not be able to add the FAQs because we will be using the free plan of the Beautify. So because of that reason, I'm just going to just remove this section and we will not have the FAQ. Alright, so in case you want to add the FAQ, you can do it the free way. It's really easy. Just go down here, click on add section, and maybe add a text section, or if you want it with images, you can add a image with text and you can add your FAQ this way instead of having to pay the plan. Alright, so you have that option. Right here you have a lot of sections which you can add and which you can customize. So that's it for the product page. You don't need to do anything else. As long as you have a good product description, everything is in place by default. You can see the price, the variant, everything is in shape, right? And even if you scroll down, you see we have this section and the guarantee, everything looks clean. But in case you want to make some changes in the way this looks, you can always go to this product page and you can play around here. If you want, just go to mobile view and you can make some changes. So let's just try this above image and let's see how it shows up. And as you can see, the price moves up right here. So play around and see which one looks great. And we're going to be adding more features in this product page using Shopify apps in the upcoming video lesson. But for customizing the product page, this is all you need to do. There is no much work here because everything is in place. The only work you need to put in is in writing the description of the product back in the Shopify product editor. One thing which I want you to know is that this product template, this product page template will be applied to all the products, and similarly you can customize all kinds of pages in Shopify. So if you go here and you go to collections, you can customize the look of a collection page. You can customize the look of the pages in Shopify, like the About Us page, FAQ page. They all will have the same template, and you have all these options right here. But by default, the collection page is already really good, so you don't need to do any modifications. The pages, it's already good, you don't need to do any modifications. But the product page, you may want to play around a bit to see to your liking, to see how you want it to look. By now, I hope you are familiar with the customization tools inside Shopify. So play around with the tools and come up with what you think is the best for your online store. That is it for this video lesson, my friends. See you in the next video lesson. Welcome back, my friends. In this video lesson, we will be doing Shopify apps, and you will understand what are apps for Shopify and what these apps can do for your Shopify store. So let's start. So here in apps, which you can see, we don't have any apps right now. So I'm just going to click on this add apps. So they are giving some suggestions which I'm not going to use. So I'm just going to go to the Shopify App Store right here. They ask me to select my account again. And right now we are in the Shopify App Store. So the first thing which I want you to do is add an app called Judge Me, which will add a review widget in your online store. This is mandatory. This is really important. Your online store needs to have a review section. Alright, so let's just start with Judge Me. Judge Judge Me. There are a lot of reviews app on the Shopify App Store, but Judge Me is free and it is really flexible. That's why I like using Judge Me. And as you can see, it has a 5-star rating by over 10,000 people. So I'm just going to click on Judge Me. And here you just click on this Add App. This takes us back to the Shopify Dashboard, and here you need to click on Install App. So right now we are in the Judge Me app, and the way how app works is that every app will have a different looking dashboard. So this is the Judge Me. So let's just try setting up Judge Me. So here it says recommended. Let's install the Judge Me in our Shopify store. So I'm just going to click on next. Install widgets now. We're going to wait for a while. And now it's done. So let's just click on this. Yes, looks great. Even though you haven't seen how it looks like, I'm going to show you how it looks like, by the way. So let's just go to the customization dashboard here in Shopify. And so far you haven't seen the Judge Me yet, right? So let's just give it a quick refresh. As you can see, there is no review widget yet, and there is a reason for that. The reason is because we have to enable it within the Beautify as well. So to do that, you come down here in editor. You should see something that says review widget. We click on this one, click on this theme setting, and then here we have to select Judge Me. So these are all the reviews app which the Beautify has partnered with. And as we use Judge Me, we will select this one, and then the review widget will pop up in our online store. Boom, as you can see, we have the review section right here. and one right here. So the reason why this is right under the description is because we add the description right under the add to cart. So let's try adding the description in a separate section. So I'm just gonna click here, I'm gonna come down here, and the description I'm just gonna go in a separate section. This way it will look better, as you can see. Yeah, and you can see the other review section is right here at the top. So people can see one at the top, and when they scroll down, they can see the other at the bottom right here. So that is our first app. That is how you install an app and customize it. Now let's try adding another app. So I'm just gonna go to this Shopify, and I'm gonna go to the Shopify App Store once again. And now I'm gonna search for sticky add to cart, STICKY, sticky add to cart. There will be a lot of sticky add to cart, as you can see, there are a lot of sticky add to cart apps. Alright, so let's just go with this one. It says sticky add to cart and it is free. It has a 5-star rating by 8 users. So I'm just gonna click on this. So if you don't know what sticky add to cart is, it is an add to cart which will remain on the product page even if your visitor is scrolling the website. So in case they are scrolling down, the add to cart will be sticking at the page. Alright, so if you don't know what I'm saying, let's just add this app and I will show you what I mean. Install app, and now we are in the dashboard of this sticky add to cart app. By the way, there are many sticky add to cart apps and it's come with different customization features, so maybe you can play around in the Shopify App Store and find one which you want. Alright, so sticky add to cart is right here. Let's just click on it. So once we are here, let's try customizing it. This is my first time using this app, by the way. Before I use other app which provide the same thing, but let's just do it together. Everything is self-explanatory. There is no rocket science here. So enable sticky add to cart bar for desktop, obviously, for mobile, obviously, and the font color, the compare to price, let's just change it to our store color. So I'm just gonna come back here in the Shopify editor, theme settings. I'm gonna copy the color. So here is our store color. It is 1CDDF. I'm just gonna copy the color code. I'm gonna come here and the compare to price, I'm gonna paste it right there. Alright, so I think everything looks great. Let's just save it and let's see how it looks like. So here I'm just gonna refresh. Alright, now let me scroll down to show you the sticky add to cart. As you can see, the sticky add to cart is right here, the buy now button. Even if I keep scrolling down, you can see the sticky add to cart is right here at the top, and this is what sticky add to cart means. So in case your visitor is browsing your online store and reading the description, and this increases the chance of them clicking the add to cart or the buy now button. You have more customization here, so you can customize the font size, you can customize all that stuff right here. Let's try adding one more app. So I'm just gonna go back here and then click on the Shopify App Store. And here, this time I'm gonna type in trust, sales, and badges. And this is the one which I normally use. I remember the icon. So I'm just gonna click on that. Add app. Install app. And now we are here. So what we have to do is we have to enable this one first. By the way, if you choose a different app, the dashboard will be different, but everything is going to be self-explanatory. It is really simple. So let's just see. So this is what it's going to look like. Secure checkout with, which you can see right here. The font, you can play around. You can find a font which you want. So let's just say, Montserrat maybe. So I'm just going to select that. And next, we're going to scroll down and you can also select the badge style. You can make it black and white, original, card style. Also, you can change the color, and also you can select the badges if you want to add more like PayPal and stuff. So I'm just gonna go and let's just add this Amazon Pay. I'm also gonna select the PayPal because PayPal is really common, and let's just save and see how it looks like. As you can see, it looks something like this. Badge size, maybe let's make it small so that they fit in just one line. And the badge size we have in mobile as well, you can adjust differently. Alright, now let's test it in our store. Let's see if it works. So test it in your store. I'm gonna click on this and let's see how it looks like. Alright, it's taking us to the home page. I'm just gonna click on a random product just to see if it appears. Yep, as you can see right here, secure checkout quit, you can see right here. So my friends, now you understand what app does for your Shopify store. It gives a particular feature or a function. And now let's come back to Debutify. So in the beginning, I said there are 57 add-ons of Debutify, which you can see right here. And these add-ons are like apps. It works the same thing like apps. So Debutify has 57 inbuilt apps. So we are in the free plan of Debutify and we are not using any of this one. And one thing which I can tell you is that if your store is doing really well and making really good orders, you can uninstall all these Shopify apps and you can use the inbuilt apps of Debutify. You keep the reviews app because it is not something Debutify have, so keep the Judge Me, but this one, like the Trust Seals and Badges, I believe Debutify already have it within them. As you can see in Debutify, we have the Trust Badge, so you can check this one if you have a pet plan of Debutify and customize it in the theme itself. That way your store will load faster and it will look more optimized because it is inbuilt in the theme itself and you are not using any third-party app. Alright. And also the one which is the add to cart. When we scroll down, you can see the add to cart. We are doing this right now with a free app which is a third-party app, but I think Debutify already have it, which you can see right here, sticky add to cart. So if you have the pet plan of Debutify, you have all these features. So keep that in mind. As we are just starting out, we are using the free apps in the Shopify App Store to have these features, but if you are making really good orders, you can switch to the paid version of Debutify and use the inbuilt apps of Debutify. That way you will have more customization features and it will be more optimized. And lastly, there are a lot of apps in the Shopify App Store. So you can browse the Shopify App Store to find apps which you like to add a particular feature which you want. But one thing I want to tell you is that don't add apps which you don't use because the app will slow down the loading speed of your online store. So make sure you only install apps which you will use. If you don't know how to uninstall an app, just come down here in settings. And then here you should find something called apps and sales channel, and here you will find all the apps you install, and here you can remove the app. Alright, so yeah, that is it. And if you want to add more apps, just click on customize your store here, and then it will take you to the Shopify App Store, and then you can add any app you want. One app which I recommend if you are selling internationally is the currency conversion app. So just go in here. So currency conversion app will show the price in the currency of the visitor. So in case someone is browsing from Europe, it will show it in euro. If someone is browsing from UK, it will show it in pound. If someone is browsing from Australia, it will show it in the value of Australian dollar. So the currency conversion app which I recommend using for your international store is the multi-currency converter hero. I'm not gonna be installing it because it's the same process as the other apps we install in this video lesson. For setting up, it's gonna be different. Like I said, every app has a different dashboard, but it is self-explanatory. It's not gonna be really complex, so it's a really easy stuff. So if you're selling internationally, make sure you use this as well. That is it for this video lesson, my friends. I hope you understand what apps do for your Shopify store now. Find really great apps to use for your online store. That's it, and see you in the next video lesson. So you have added the products, created the collection, designed the home page, designed the product page, created all the necessary pages, connected the domain, created the logos and all those stuff. Now you are ready to launch your business. What do? This is when you select a Shopify plan. Alright, so let's do it right now. So I'm gonna come down here to settings right here. And then here you have to go to the plan right here. And then you have to click on change plan, and this is what you get. Alright, so monthly it's gonna be a little bit expensive. This is my currency. If you don't understand what this is, the monthly plan comes at around $29, and yearly if you do it you can save around 50%, so you will get it for around $14 a month if you do it yearly. And it depends on the country you live in, and you can see all the differences of these different plans. So if your business is a small scale business, then you can obviously start from this basic Shopify. But in case you already have a lot of investments going in, then you may need this other plan. For example, here you see in this basic Shopify you can have 2 staff members. And for this plan right here, which is the Shopify plan, you can add up to 5 staff members. This can be people working on the design on your online store, doing the orders, customizing and all those stuff. And here you can have up to 4 locations in the basic Shopify. So this is physical locations where you keep your inventory or stocks. And for this one, you can have up to 5 locations. And this advanced Shopify, you can have up to 8 locations. And also the transaction fee, here it is 2%, but here it is just 1%, and here it is only 0.5%. Make sure you check all that and see which one is right for your business. But if it is the first time you are selling online, probably this is a small scale business, so I think the basic Shopify will be the right plan for you. I'm not gonna choose a plan, it doesn't make sense. I'm not launching a business called Rainson course. What I have been showing you throughout all these video lessons are examples for you to follow. Alright, so you choose the plan and that's it. That's how you activate your online store. So after you activate your online store, what is the first thing you need to do? So the first thing which you need to do is to go here in online store right here. After you select the plan, alright, so this is after you select the plan. And then here you go to preferences. And after this, what you have to do is you have to scroll all the way down, and here you should be able to disable this password. For now, I don't have a plan selected, that's why this is checked. You have to uncheck this one, and this will make your store public, so anybody can visit your online store with your domain. So whatever domain you bought and link with your online store, people will be able to visit your online store with the domain. Alright, so after you uncheck this one, everything will be set. So the next thing which you need to do in this preferences is the homepage title. This is for search engines, so this is not something that will show up in your online store. This is when people search on Google. So when people search on Google and your online store appears, what do you want the title to be and what do you want the description to be? Here in homepage title, you can write in any title you want, which will appear in search results, and here is the description. Alright, so make sure you fill this out for better ranking in Google and stuff. And next is the social sharing image. So this is when people share your link on WhatsApp or Facebook. The small image that appears, it will show this one. And that's pretty much what you have to do here in preferences. Next, let's move on to the next step. The next step is a really important step, which is to accept payment for your online store. So Shopify will not do that for you. You have to add a payment gateway, which I'll be showing right now. So you have to go to settings. And here in payments, you have to click on here. So after you click on payments, this is what you will see. And here you see Shopify payments. Shopify payments is not available for all countries. So if you don't see this, don't worry, I will show you the other options. But in case you see this, simply activate it. And they will ask you for your name, your address, and then your store can accept credit cards and other modes of payment. Also, make sure you link your PayPal, and your PayPal has to be business PayPal. In case your PayPal is personal PayPal, you have to convert it into business PayPal, and then just click on activate PayPal. It will take you to your PayPal, and then you have to do some linking. It's not complicated, everything is self-explanatory, so don't worry about that. So in case you don't have Shopify payments in your country, you will have other options. So go to Google and search for it, Shopify payment gateway. So let's just do that right now. So I'm here in Google. Let's just find the payment gateways available in any given country. Alright, so in my case, I'm in India. So I'm just gonna say Shopify payment gateway and I'm gonna type in India. Alright, so if you are in Kenya, it has to be Shopify payment gateway Kenya. Search it something like that. Alright, so for me, I'm just gonna go Shopify payment gateway India. I'm just gonna search for it and scroll down, and here in shopify.in, as you can see, I click on this and you can find all the information right here. I'm gonna scroll down, and these are all the payment gateways available in India. So just search for it and find one for your country, see which one is the most popular one, and you have to sign up and create an account through them. In my case, I have to search for Razorpay and create an account, and after I do that, I can come back to my Shopify store to link my Razorpay. So here in Shopify, if you want to add your payment gateway, what you have to do is click on this add payment methods, and here you have to go search by provider and type in the name of your provider. So here you can see it is showing all the options I have. Simply select the payment gateway you have, click on it and set it up and link it, and that is it. After you link it, your store can accept payment through the payment gateways. And lastly, which is the most important thing if you are selling physical products, is shipping and delivery. If you are not selling physical products, if everything you sell is digital, it's course or it's some PDF or ebook, then you don't need to do this one. You can simply go to the next video lesson. This video lesson is no longer important to you. But for those who are selling physical products, this is a very important part of this video lesson. So here in shipping and delivery, this is where you set up your shipping prices. So if you are providing local delivery that is within your own city, so by default they already have a profile called general and for all products, and the rates for domestic and rest of the world, right? So I'm just going to click on manage, and this is what we have right here. I'm just going to delete all this one, and let's just start from scratch. I'm just going to delete this as well. All right, now let's just start from scratch. All right, so create shipping zone. I'm going to click on this. And here what you can do is you can select particular countries and set the shipping price differently. But let's just select this rest of the world. I'm just going to make it the same just to give you an example. Zone name, I'm just going to say shipping, and I'm going to click on done. So we have the shipping right here, rest of the world, and now I'm going to add rate. So when I click on this, set up your own rate. Rate name, I'm just going to say free shipping. All right, the price is going to be free. I'm just going to click on add free shipping, and I'm going to add conditions based on order price. All right, so the minimum price, I'm going to say 74. So if somebody makes an order at least for $74, they're gonna get this free shipping as an option. You can also do this based on the item weight, but I don't think for free shipping it doesn't make sense. So based on order price, if it is at least $74, they're gonna get free shipping. I'm gonna click on done, and this is what we have. All right, next I'm gonna click on add rate, and the rate name I'm gonna say standard shipping 5 to 10 days, something like that. I'm gonna add, and the price, let's just say $3.99, and that's it. That's what I'm gonna add. So whenever people check out, they're gonna see this price, but when their order value is more than $74, they're gonna see the free shipping as an option. All right, so you can create a different shipping rate here, and also you can create a different shipping zone. So in case you want to create a separate zone for, let's say, Canada, I'm just going to type in here, and then you can create different shipping prices for this country. Or if you want to do it differently for the different states, you can do it. All right, you have all these options right here. And this is for the general profile in case you are shipping in countries and states. But what if you are shipping within your own city? That is local delivery. So to offer local delivery, just click on whatever address you have right here, and then click on this location offers local delivery. And once you are here, you can set up in a different way. You can use pin codes, and then you can also set delivery radius. So you can set the zone name, whatever local name it is, and then you can add the pin codes, and then you can add the prices and stuff. You can even have delivery information, and you can also create new delivery zone right here. So this is really self-explanatory. I think you will get it once you are inside this dashboard. So my friends, as a little piece of motivation, don't get frustrated, don't be scared because you might think you set it up the wrong way. Just set up the shipping rates, just set up the local delivery if you do local delivery, and just start selling. Even if there is a mistake, you can always sense it. You can always learn from your mistake. This is not a life and death situation. That is it, my friends, for this video lesson. Once you customize all those stuff in settings, your store is ready for launch and people will be able to place orders on your online store. And I wish you get a lot of sales and make a lot of money. That is it for this video lesson. See you in the next video lesson. Welcome back. In this video lesson, I will show you how you can create mobile app for your online store. Believe it or not, this is a video which I can explain in just 15 seconds. Yes, actually 15 seconds. But I'm gonna make it a little bit longer so that you understand what you are getting and what are the privileges you have when you choose Shopify for your online store. So let's start. The traditional way of getting a mobile app for Android and iOS, it takes $5,000 at least, alright, to hire a developer to create a professional app. On top of that, you have to pay the app maintenance fees per month or per year, and it also requires you to have a Play Store and App Store developer account. And lastly, you need to contact the developer in case you want to modify the app design. So you need someone with you to make changes to the app, to remove any bug and stuff, alright? But with Shopify, you don't need to go through any of this one. With Shopify, you can easily create a mobile app using a Shopify app. I'm gonna show you this magical app in a moment. It comes at a $99 per month fee, which is really low compared to how you will get an app in the traditional way. You don't need to hire anyone, and designing the app is the same as customizing the homepage and customizing the product page, which you have learned in the previous video lessons. See how simple that is. You can customize the look of your app anytime you want, and it will be published both in the Apple App Store and the Android Play Store. But I will not recommend you to straight up create this app if you are just starting out. I recommend it if you are hitting 5K per month in revenue consistently. If you are at this point, you can create an app and the app will generate more revenue. So think of it this way: you are spending $99 per month on this app, and this app can make you back money. It is more traffic to your online store, and you can make back like $500 or maybe in terms of thousands. So think about it. It is an investment. So now let me go into the Shopify Dashboard, install this app and show you the process. The process is gonna be really simple. It is just installing the app, which you already did, and customizing the look, which you already did. Customizing the homepage, the product page, it's the same thing. Right now I will show you the app, and that's all you need to know for this one. Just install the app, customize it, and boom, you got an amazing app for your online store. So I'm here in the Shopify Dashboard. Let's get the app. So I'm just gonna click on this apps, app and sales channel settings, and then here I'm gonna click on customize your store, select my account. Once you are in the Shopify App Store, what you have to search is for Buzzro. So it's V-A-Z-R-O Buzzro. Enter, and that's it. Bingo. Here is the app, which you can see get your mobile app ready in less than 60 minutes. This is the app, 5-star rating from 1,278 users as of now. Let's click on this. And as you can see, it starts from just $99 a month, and you can customize your app in any way you want. It doesn't have to be the same look with your Shopify store. The app can look entirely different. It's up to you, alright? So let's just get this app right now. I'm gonna click on add app. Alright, once we are here, as you can see here, instead of saying install app, it says add sales channel. So this app works as a sales channel. So your store is where people buy. This is a sales channel, and this app is another sales channel. So this is another platform where people can buy your products, right? So this is an app which works as a sales channel. I'm gonna click on add sales channel. By the way, don't let this confuse you. It's just a name, app, sales channel. It has nothing to do with anything. Alright, so this works as a sales channel. So as you can see, the app comes here right under the sales channel section instead of apps. Other than that, everything else is the same. There is no difference. Alright, so the setup and all, this is the dashboard. So let's just set this up. Industry type, let's just say fashion apparels, doesn't matter. I'm just gonna select whatever it is. How did you find us? Others, doesn't matter. Let's just continue. And here we are. Even though you don't know how to create the app, they are providing the service, and they are saying they will build your app in 60 minutes. And if they fail to do so, they will provide a 90 days free trial. That's crazy, right? So that is it. Either you get someone from your team to set up your app, or if you want to do it, you can customize your own way. This app is a game changer. You're gonna get a professional mobile app in a very short period of time, and that's gonna be completely professional, integrated perfectly with your Shopify store. That is it for this video lesson, my friends. See you in the next lesson. Hey, congratulations, you have done a really great job in completing this course. Right now you have the skill to create an online store, which is a really valuable skill in 2022 and beyond. There are some things which I want you to know before we finish this off. The first thing is to check all the resources and files attached. There are some valuable and critical tips which I included in the resources file, so make sure you check that out. So for some particular information which cannot be presented well in the form of a video format, I actually have it in the text format and I have included it in the resources file. Make sure you check them out. Secondly, in case you have any question in mind, please make sure you check the discussion section for any FAQs and questions from past students, because I may have already answered the question which you have. But in case your question is not yet answered, feel free to reach out to me. I will be happy to help you out. Don't hesitate, just reach out to me and I will help you out. Thank you very much for taking my course, for taking my class, and I wish you success.